This episode is brought to you by SmartVestor. Connect with an investing pro near you at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor. Alan is in Colorado up next. What's going on, Alan?
Thank you for taking my call. I have a question about a 529 account that my wife and I have for our son. When he is finished with college, which is just a couple years down the road, there'll be approximately $120,000 left in the 529 account.
Oh, wow.
Way to go.
I haven't. Yeah, it's pretty strong. I have an opinion of what to do with it, but I was just curious to get y'all's take.
How old is the 529? When did you open it?
Oh, boy. Our son is 20, so let's say 20 years ago.
Oh, great. I was going to say with the new Secure 2.0 Act, you can roll over up to $35,000 if it's been open for 15
Correct.
years. You know, you can use that periodically. You can't do all 35 at once, but up to the Roth IRA limit, you can start funding that. So that's one option.
Yeah. Do you have other kids, Alan?
No, we don't.
You don't.
Mine.
Okay. It's just this. Yeah. Well, if you do that, that's 35 out. So you got about 85 or so, 95 left.
You said you had a plan already. I'm curious as to what you wanted to do.
So my thought is keep it. Keep the 529. We're the guardian of it. Put it in his name. He's an adult now. But don't let him touch it. Just have it be there so it's generational. When his kids are ready to go to college, that's going to be a pretty large sum. When his kids' get ready to go to college, it'll be astronomical. It's something that you could really just leave.
That's true. A lot of people don't think about that. It becomes like an endowment, basically, for your own family, generational wealth, that no one ever goes into debt for education. And that's personally what I'm doing. A lot of people go, well, I don't want to overfund it because what if they don't go to college? And I go, if I overfund it, they're going to love old great-great-grandpa George for setting up this 529 many moons ago. And can I do some math for you? Your kid is 20, right?
He's 20.
So let's say he has a kid at, 25? Is that fair?
It's optimistic, but sure.
Okay. Should we go 30? Is that more realistic?
Go
30.
Plus
Go 30.
18 years. So
Yeah,
that
so
kid
48.
then grows up.
Yeah. So your son will be 48 when your granddaughter goes to college, theoretically. How much would be in the account?
From 20 to 48, if you just left, let's say, $90,000 in there, right?
Didn't do anything.
You never contribute another dime. You'd have $1.4 million when he's 48. I hope that's enough to cover college at that point.
And something, too, I was thinking is even if his kids don't want to go or do go and there's extra, at 65, correct me if I'm wrong, he can start using that for his own retirement with no penalties.
Yeah, there's a lot of stipulations with the 529. And even if he used it before then, you'd pay the 10% penalty. But other than that, it's not like wasted money.
Yeah, you'll pay some,
thrown down the toilet. So I think you're being very wise with this, and I love the idea of creating generational wealth. And a lot of people don't realize the definition of beneficiary family is pretty loose. And so siblings, nieces, nephews, future kids, yourself, your spouse, a grandchild, there's so many options here that you could bless someone with in your family.
Agreed. That's right.
And so let's say you got a brother and they're like, hey, they didn't prepare, but the kid doesn't deserve to go into crippling debt just because of that. I'd love to transfer this to them. You can change beneficiaries at any time.
At that point, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can go with it.
Yes, for sure. Well done, Alan.
Yeah.
That's usually it's usually the opposite problem that we talk to people about. So
it's like a parent plus
precious.
loan. This is the exact opposite. So I'm curious, how much money did it cost for your kid to go through school?
So first off, something else too, we owe it to Dave Ramsey from 2005. You all have been a blessing to both my wife and I. So much so we actually taught many FPU classes.
Thank you.
So yeah, you're welcome. So this 529 account, we actually showed him how compounding interest works. We stopped investing in the 529 when he was a freshman in college at 150. That's about where it was at. He's gone through 3 years of school, and it's at 159.
Wow.
It's crazy.
So you're telling me that it was growing faster than you were withdrawing?
That's what I'm telling you.
That's incredible.
That's amazing.
And it sounds like he went to a reasonably priced school and maybe even got some other scholarships.
Well, a few scholarships. He wasn't, he wasn't Albert Einstein, but he did okay. And it was a state school, so 23,000.
Totally.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's the dream, Alan. Well done. Well
Way
done. We
to go.
just applaud you. I mean, honestly, that is.
If you're in the family tree of Allen, you should be thankful right now.
That's right.
It's pretty awesome. Thank you for the call. That's a cool kind of case study in what actually happens when you do it right.
Yes.
And so I always recommend get started early on that 529, even if it's $100, $200, 300, 400, 500.
Yeah.
Now you're talking six figures in there by the time they're 18.
For sure. And the college conversation, I feel like, has been around a little bit changing, right? That college is changing. We don't know what it's going to look like.
Are we all going to be YouTubers and AI is going to do all the work for us?
Yeah, that's right. Like, we don't know. But just remember, it's not stuck in there. To your point, it's not like you're, it's an insane amount. If you were to pull it out, just say, like, God forbid, you're like, listen, we don't need this at all, but we need the cash, so we're going to take the penalty. Okay, so then you do that, right? And you pay some of the penalty, but then you have your cash. It's not like you lose it completely.
Absolutely.
So,
and people ask, well, what if I want to invest for my kid for something else other than school? I say, great, do the 529. Don't trade those dollars for investing over here.
Yep.
If you want to invest on top of that, you can just open a brokerage account in your name, a non-retirement account, and put money in there. I'm not a fan of putting the accounts in your kids' names because they legally then have access with the UGMA, UTMA. At 18, this kid might have $120,000 that's legally theirs. Mm-hmm. That's frightening. I don't know if you know, or any 18-year-olds, most of them cannot be trusted with a $120,000 pile of money. Most adults can't be trusted with that.
I was going to say, yeah.
And so I like the idea of me being able to control how much to give to that child for a wedding or a down payment or a car, whatever it is, to help them get a leg up.
Yeah, delayed gratification for a 45-year-old, 50-year-old, it's probably a little bit more embedded than a 18-year-old.
Yes,
so
they need to mature. Their prefrontal cortex is not yet fully there. So that's personally what I'm doing for my kids. I got the 529s for each of them, and I've got the brokerage accounts. So they'll be very thankful one day when homes are $4 million.
And your grandkids.
And my grandkids.
Great Uncle George.
That's so weird to think about. But I think Grandpa George, I'm going to settle into that.
I love it.
I'm going to be cranky,
you're going to be like George
senile.
Banks on, like Steve Martin on Father of the Bride.
Oh, that's a good one. I thought you were going George Bailey. A lot of good Georges out there in movies.
Oh, It's a Wonderful Life. That's a good one, too.